The knock came just after midnight. At first, I thought it was a branch in the wind or maybe the old house settling again. But then I heard it again, sharp, deliberate. I shuffled to the front door, pulling on a hoodie. Living alone in the woods outside Flagstaff meant you didn't expect visitors, especially not at that hour. I opened the door, and what I saw made me freeze. She stood barely upright, clutching the doorframe with one trembling hand. She looked human mostly, but her eyes were too large, glowing faintly violet in the dark. Her skin shimmered like oil on water, faint colors shifting beneath the surface. A gash ran across her side, seeping a dark, iridescent fluid. "Please," she rasped in perfect English. "I need your help." Then she collapsed. I pulled her inside without thinking. Adrenaline took over. She was shockingly light, her body warm, almost feverish. I lay her on the couch and fetched towels, antiseptic, anything I thought could help. Her wound pulsed with strange light, and her breathing came in shallow gasps. "Don't use your medicine," she said weakly as I tried to dab at the wound. "It won't work on me." "What will?" She reached into a pocket in her tattered suit and pulled out a small silver cylinder, pressing a glowing button on the side. The light faded from her wound, and she slumped back, unconscious. It was nearly dawn when she woke. I'd stayed nearby, half expecting her to vanish or melt into a puddle of hallucination. But she was real and still there. "Thank you," she said, sitting up slowly. "You saved my life. I don't even know your name. You can call me Sierra." I nodded slowly. "I'm Jack." For a long moment we just looked at each other. Her face was angular but striking. Her features too symmetrical, too perfect. She looked like a work of art. The colors beneath her skin shifted again, like emotions passing through her bloodstream. "You're not from Earth," I finally said. She gave a faint smile. "No, I'm not." Over the next few days, Sierra stayed in my cabin, recovering. She explained that she was a scout from a distant planet, Aurelia, a name that sounded like music when she said it. Her ship had been ambushed by another alien faction, the Velnari, who had tracked her to Earth. They wanted something she had or something she knew. She wouldn't tell me what it was. "I can't endanger you further," she said one night, looking out my window into the forest. "They'll come looking." I laughed bitterly. "It's already too late for that. You showed up on my doorstep bleeding out. I think we passed dangerous a while ago." She turned to me, her violet eyes intense. "I didn't mean to drag you into this." "Well, I'm in it now. So tell me, what do they want?" She hesitated, then finally said, "A key." "To what?" "To something that should never be opened." The Velnari arrived on the 5th night. I was out chopping wood when I heard the shrill whine of something in the sky. I looked up and saw a dark, triangular craft descending silently through the clouds. Ran. By the time I reached the cabin, Sierra was already outside, standing tall despite her wounds. The Velnari emerged from the trees, tall, spindly creatures with chitinous armor and black, lidless eyes. "You cannot hide forever, Sierra of Aurelia," one of them hissed. "Give us the key." "I'll die before I give it to you," she replied, voice like steel. They surged forward. I didn't think. I grabbed the shotgun I kept by the door and fired. The blast knocked one of the creatures off its feet. The others turned toward me, hissing. That gave Sierra time. She held up the silver cylinder she had used to heal herself. It pulsed brightly, and a wave of blue energy radiated out, knocking the Velnari back like a shockwave. Trees cracked. Leaves shredded. The aliens screeched and scrambled to their ship, retreating into the sky. When the dust settled, Sierra collapsed again. That night she told me everything. The key isn't a thing, she said. It's knowledge. A frequency. Coordinates to a structure floating between galaxies. It's called the Atrarium. My people found it millennia ago and locked it away. What's inside it? Something ancient. Something alive. We don't know what it is exactly. Only that it speaks in thoughts and manipulates minds. The Velnari worship it as a god. Why did they attack you here? Why Earth? Because Earth is close to a resonance point. The Atrarium speaks to beings near it. If they activate it from here, it could open a rift large enough to let whatever's inside out. I didn't know what to say. My small, quiet life had just collided with something cosmic, something terrifying. We knew the Velnari would return. They wouldn't give up, not with the key so close. So we prepared. Sira used parts of my generator, tools, and even my old ham radio to build a makeshift beacon jammer. She explained that the Velnari relied on low-frequency pulses to navigate Earth's surface. Disrupting that signal would buy us time. We also set traps, real old-school, home alone kind of stuff. Tripwires, Molotov, nails and broken glass. I never imagined my life would become a war zone, but with each passing hour, I grew more committed to protecting her. Not because she was alien or beautiful, but because she trusted me. And I trusted her. They came at midnight on the 7th day. This time more of them, 6 or 7 maybe more, burst through the trees, their eyes glowing like coals. Sira activated the jammer, and several of them stumbled, roaring in confusion. I fired the shotgun until it clicked empty, then grabbed an axe. Sira moved like lightning, faster than humanly possible. A blade of crackling light extended from her arm, and she cut through 2 of the Velnari before they even saw her move. But they overwhelmed us. One tackled me, slamming me to the ground. My vision swam. I saw Sira surrounded, her defenses weakening. The jammer sparked and exploded. Then I remembered something she told me. The key is knowledge. Frequency. I crawled toward the ham radio. My hand trembled as I tuned it, scanning for the low hum she'd once used to disable her wound. Static filled the cabin. Screeches, pulses, hum. The Velnari froze. Sira looked up in surprise. The aliens howled, clutching their heads, and then fled, vanishing into the trees and disappearing into the night sky like shadows fleeing the sun. Sira didn't speak for a long time afterward. When she did, she said, "You did it. I just guessed." She smiled softly. A good guess can save a world. The next morning she stood on my porch, looking at the rising sun. "They'll keep coming," she said. "Eventually they'll find another way." "You could stay," I said. "We could fight them together." She shook her head. "You've already done more than anyone could ask. I have to leave to take the key somewhere safe. Somewhere they'll never find it." "Where will you go?" "To the dark between stars." I looked at her then, trying to memorize every detail. "Will I ever see you again?" "If you hear a knock in the night," she said, smiling sadly. "Maybe." And then she pressed her hand to my chest. "Thank you, Jack, for saving me." She walked into the woods. Her ship, hidden beneath an invisibility field, shimmered into view. The air shimmered, bent, and then she was gone. Weeks passed, then months,